Welcome everybody to another episode of High Five. Here are those creatures who suck blood, sleep in coffins, and hate garlic. They're vampires. Here's 10 facts about them. The most famous vampire of them all was Count Dracula. He's the one that quoted the Bible verse Leviticus 17:14, "Blood is life." Porphyria is a rare disease that's sometimes considered the origin of vampire and werewolf legends. Symptoms include sensitivity to light and increased hair growth. In some instances, the affected's teeth cover in gray and red spots, and they begin to lose their mind. In China, vampires are called Jiangshi, which translates loosely as hopping corpse. Folklore depicts them as having red eyes, claws, and being very sexual, attacking women at first sight. As they get older, they grow out their hair, which is white and can turn into werewolves. Even though they're both The Walking Dead, vampires and zombies have their own significant differences, which stem from the mythology from which they're created. Zombies attribute themselves to African folklore, and typically have low IQs and enjoy brains as well as blood and flesh. They don't mind garlic, can see their reflection in mirrors, move slowly, and don't fear sunlight. Bram Stoker's book, Dracula, published in 1897, contributed to vampiric mythology plenty and has yet to dwindle in popularity. Certain scholars consider his work to be a Christian allegory, while others deem it to entail hidden psychological and sexual criticisms upon the Victoria era. Before Christian times, vampires were warded off with garlic. Branches of hawthorn, rowan, and later crosses were even made from the wood of a rowan plant. Scattered seeds, fire, silver, bells, mint, and roosters. Suspected vampires were beheaded with shovels and buried at a spot where two roads cross. Also, their bodies were always laid with the front facing down. After the formation of Christianity, additional methods of battling blood-sucking vampires were introduced, like holy water, crosses, and blessed bakery goods. Although these elements were not fatal to vampires, they did ward them off so long as they were wielded by those with faith. Prehistoric megalithic monuments of stone called dolmen were used as graves for the undead, and it's supposed that they were covered with a large stone so that the latter would not rise up again as vampires. At the end of the 20th century, we've seen more than 300 movies shot about vampires, 100 of which Dracula had made an appearance in. The cliche that vampires sleep in coffins has its origins as a claim made by coffin makers of centuries before, that claimed the dead raised up halfway whenever their graves were exposed. This phenomenon is explained by the processes of the stiffening of the limbs as happens when dead. There's always a logical explanation, right? Alright, that's been another spooky edition of High Five. Make sure you like this video if you want to ward off vampires. Subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba!